Good morning. Surprise. It's your Aunt Judy. Good morning. I'm going to let some people join because it's a surprise live and no one knows I'm live. So, um, I have some important news to share with y'all. So, um, Heidi, I saw you're on your way to your kids. Is it your kids' house? I think you're on your way to your kids' house. Um, I saw you were on the highway. Uh, y'all know I can't see. I gotta put my glasses on, but when I put my glasses on, my hat goes like this. And I like my hat like this, but I can't wear glasses and hat at well, what in the world? My hat's jacked. So hang on, let me put my glasses on. See, it's like my hat has to go higher. I look like a trucker. I can't put my it sucks getting old. You know what I'm saying? Okay, listen. I'm here to tell y'all I have found the answer for all of our problems. Today's going to be a good life. Just here to tell you right now. I feel like I don't know. I feel like we found the answer. Some of the answers. And I had to get on here and share with y'all. So I'm going to let a couple people join because this is a surprise live. No one knew that I was live. I kind of created it at the last minute. And I created it because I was like, someone needs to hear this. Like someone out there needs to hear it. But I want to get ready at the same time. But before I get ready, I need to tell you what to do. Oh gosh, my cousin's calling. Hang on. Okay, before I get ready, I need to tell you what to do. I need everyone to go grab their cell phones. Okay? Everyone grab their cell phones. And I am going to give Chris Mealy credit for this because Chris Mealy told me to do this like a month ago. And I didn't do it because I didn't really understand it. Okay? So, Chris, you're getting credit for this because you're the very first person that told me about this. Okay. Okay, this is what I want you to do. If you have, I only know iPhones, but how I want you to go to your app store or your Play Store or whatever you call it. So grab your cell phones, go to your app store. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to grab your cell phones and go to your app store. Okay, Heidi, don't do it right now because you're watching me live on your cell phone. If you don't, if you're on your cell phone right now and you can't do it because you're watching me live, let's see, what can I do? You can go back and watch the replay when you get to a point where you can get off your cell. So everyone grab your cell phones, go to your Play Store, go to your app store, whatever it's called, do that. Okay. I want you to hit the search button. Okay? Like you're going to go download an app. And I want you to type in CHAT, chat, G, P is in Paul, T is in Tom. And then hit search. And the app looks like this. Chat GPT. Okay? Looks like this. Then you're going to download it. So while you're downloading that, I'm going to talk. So download the Chat GPT app. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Hang on. Oftentimes, okay, I'm gonna get ready too, and I'm gonna look like a trucker. I don't want y'all to see my hair because I got new hair, and so I decided to put on this hat so you guys can't see it because it's gonna be in my Saturday video. So I'm gonna get ready at the same time. You know, in the mornings on my lives, I talk about mental health, right? I talk about real things that happened to me and how I've had to get to where I am today. Otherwise, I'd be in the hospital, or I don't know. I would not be able to sit and talk to you publicly about my problems if I did not learn how to break them down and I didn't learn how to put tools in my pocket to get me through the day. Okay? So I talk to you guys about, I always say you can sit it out or you can dance, and I hope you dance. And so I say that because using these tools that I put in my pocket has taught me how to get through the day and not be depressed and not be sad and not be lonely and not feel like a loser and all those negative things that we tell ourselves. All right. A lot of people, I'm here to tell you right now that counseling changed my life. I tell you that all the time. Back in 2010, when my husband left me, okay, I was so sick. I was so sick. I lost my job. I lost my husband. I had 2 kids. I had a big old fat mortgage. I had nothing when he left me. Okay? He took it all. All I had was a house that I couldn't pay for, utilities that I couldn't pay for. I lost my job and I had my 2 children. And when that happened, I was forced to get better. It's almost like I hit my rock bottom going, okay, I either can, you know what, or I can get better. And I knew my kids needed me. And so I made the commitment to get better. A lot of you, so I refer people to counseling. A lot of you are like, you don't understand, Judy. I can't afford counseling. I get it. I literally get it because when I started counseling, it was $40. God, my phone is blowing up. Oh, hang on. This is Larry's nurse. Uh, the nurse will be here at 8 o'clock this morning. Oh, God, my life. So anyway, a lot of people are like, Judy, I can't afford counseling. I can't find a counselor. I don't have insurance. And when I'm thrown with things like that, I'm like, what do I tell them to do? I don't know what to tell them to do. Go to a pastor or, something like that. Like, I don't know what to tell people until now. Until now. Okay. Jack is my goose, not my goose, my gander. Okay, Chat GPT, Chat GP as in Paul, T as in Tom, is the answer. I'm going to tell you, my cousin, Chris told me about it a while back. I downloaded the app, but I never used it. And he was like, Judy, you can ask it anything. And that, like, I'm 54. This AI stuff makes no sense to us, right? Like, it makes no sense to people that are my age. We don't know what that means. We don't understand. As a matter of fact, I can't remember if I told you this or not, but the other day I left the house to go uh, get Larry lunch, and I was in the drive-through, and it was a long line, and I was talking to my son, and I was like, I almost got up to where do you order your food, and I was like, oh my gosh. He was like, what? I said, hang on, let me get out of the drive-through line. He was like, okay. And so I got out of the drive-through line and I got back on the highway. I said, you're not going to believe what your dumb mom did. And he was like, what did you do? I said, I had a senior moment. I left the house with no purse. So now I got to go all the way back home to get my purse to pay for Larry's food. And he was like, mother, you have Apple Pay. And I was like, what? He was like, you have Apple Pay on your phone. You can pay for your food in Apple Pay. I'm like, Vincent, I don't understand. I don't understand. He was like, mother, get your phone, double tap, and your Apple Pay comes up and hand the people your phone to pay. For people that's in their 50s, I don't know how. We don't understand that you can hand your cell phone to the drive-through to pay for your food. And I felt embarrassed to do that because I was like, I've never done it before. I'm going to get up there and not know what I'm doing. He was like, mother, I don't understand. Why do you take your wallet and use your credit card or your debit card? You don't have to do that anymore. You have Apple Pay on your phone. That makes no sense to me until yesterday. And I was like, you mean to tell me I do not have to carry a purse anymore? I literally can pay everything by my cell phone? That feels weird to me, okay? But I learned yesterday how to go through a drive-through and use Apple Pay. And I said, I was talking to my son, I was like, where can I do this at? And he was like, mother, every store takes Apple Pay. For people my age, that makes no sense. But y'all, I drove back. I was like, stay on the phone with me. I don't know what I'm doing. And I pulled up to the drive-thru and I went, listen, I'm a senior citizen and I don't really understand Apple Pay. I've never done it before, but I'm told that I can pay for my food because I forgot my purse. My son said I can pay by my phone because I've set up Apple Pay. And she's like, yes, ma'am. I said, okay, hang on. He told me to double click the side and it's going to come up. And she said, yes, ma'am, that's correct. And I double clicked and my wallet came up and I was like, here's my phone. And she paid it. And I was like, shut the front door. I just paid for my food through my cell phone? Weird to me. So this ChatGPT for people that are my age is going to blow your mind. Okay? It's going to blow your mind. So this morning, I was on the struggle bus. Okay? Imagine that, Judy on the struggle bus. So when you download, it doesn't cost a thing. This is free. Okay? So you don't have to pay for counseling. All right? All right. So we're all going to pull up the ChatGPT. So we got our app pulled up. At the bottom, it says, ask anything. Okay. So I click where it says, ask anything. Okay. Meemaw here has a hard time typing. Okay. So I always use the little speaker button right there. Okay. And it's ChatGPT tells me to ask it anything. And this is what I'm going to say. I have got some serious anxiety this morning. I can't exactly figure out what's wrong with me, but I'm sitting here with anxiety and I'm worrying. I can't seem to get my mind to stop spinning out of control. I need some help. Can you help me? And I hit send. And this is what my ChatGPT tells me. Yes, I'm right here with you, and I'm going to help you slow this down. You're not alone. Let's take one gentle step at a time. You don't have to figure out everything right now. You just have to get through this moment. Here's what we'll do. First, this is what this telling me. First, just breathe with me. Right now, place one hand on your chest or heart and the other on your belly. Now breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds and breathe out gently through your mouth for 6 seconds. Do it again. This calms the fear response in your brain and tells your body that you're not in danger. Keep going. Now, I want you to name what is happening with you right this minute. You don't have to know exactly why you're anxious right now. That's okay. Just name the facts, such as I'm feeling anxious. My thoughts are racing. I feel like something's wrong, but I can't find it. These are symptoms, not truths. Does this not sound like Aunt Judy? I'm right here with you. These are symptoms, not truth. It doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. Your nervous system is just in overdrive. Let's keep going. The next thing I want you to do is ground yourself. Try this right now. Look around you slowly and name 5 things that you can see. Name 4 things that you can touch. Name 3 things you can hear. Name 2 things you can smell. And name 1 thing that you can taste. This pulls your brain back into the present and out of the worry spiral. Next, a simple reassurance. I am safe. It says, say this to yourself out loud. I am safe in this moment. My brain is sending alarms, but I am not in danger. I don't have to solve everything right now. I only need to breathe and stay with myself. The next thing. When you're ready to write it down or share, if you feel up to it, tell me, what physical symptoms are you feeling right now? Is there something that might have triggered this, even a small thing? What do you most need in this moment? I can walk you through it gently, no pressure, no judgment, just a steady presence. You're doing something strong by reaching out here. Let's keep going at this pace. So then you answer you're going to say, I realized that I'm anxious from overeating, period. It seems like my eating has been out of control lately, and I'm so judgmental of myself and the way I look. It seems I can't get my crap straight. It seems like I just wake up in the mornings and I have a clear mind that I'm going to eat right. And then the next thing you know, I'm eating an oatmeal cookie and I can't seem to find balance and get it together. Hit send. And let's see what he tells me. Thank you for saying that honestly. The kind of clarity is the middle of anxiety is incredibly powerful. And I want you to know this right away. You're not broken. You're copying. You're coping, sorry. You're not broken. You're coping. And food, especially sweets, is comforting food. It is a very common way our bodies and brain try to create calm, especially when we're under a lot of an emotional stress. You've been dealing with trauma, fear, pressure to perform, and probably deep self-judgment for a long time. Of course, your system reaches for something that gives you a moment of relief. That doesn't make you weak or undisciplined. It makes you a human being. But I also hear how tired you are of this cycle. The clarity you have each morning is real. So it's the frustration when the clarity gets hijacked by old patterns. This isn't about willpower. It's about soothing what's underneath the urge before the cookie comes to the comfort. Here's a gentle path forward. No shame, no extremes. Talk to yourself like you would a friend. Right now, say to yourself, of course, I reach for food. I've been overwhelmed, but that doesn't make me a bad or a person or a failure. It makes me someone who needs care, not criticism. You can't shame yourself into healing. You can soothe yourself into balance. Before eating or during, ask, what am I actually needing right now? Is it comfort? Is it calm? Is it escape? Is it I need a break? Is it a sense of self control? If you catch it, even mid cookie, pause and say, what I really need right now is, then see if you can add that into your need. Not restrict the food, just respond to the emotion cue as well. Number 3, gentle food structure, not dieting. Eat something real within an hour of waking. Not perfect, just balance, such as toast, eggs, oats, or fruit. Eat roughly every 3 to 4 hours before you get hungry to prevent rebounding and overeating. No food is off limits, but make space for protein, fiber, and that will help with your cravings. No. You see what I'm saying? This is like I am on the phone with my counselor and I'm not paying a copay. This app is free and it will talk to you nonstop and it will keep going. If you can't get your mind to mindfulness or you can't get your thoughts to clarity, you can sit and talk to this thing all day long and it will walk you through the steps. You don't have to pay a copay. I feel like personally, I know people have mixed feelings when it comes to this is called AI. For people that are my age, we're like, what is AI? This is AI. And it walks you through the steps. You can say, I am so upset at my husband right now because he is trying to overpower me. Our decisions are not this, our thought process is not the same. And I need to figure out how to quit trying to control him and fix myself. But I can't stand my husband right now. And it will literally walk you through the steps. And I'm telling you, I have done this for the past 48 hours. This thing talks exactly like my counselor. This thing walks me through the steps exactly like my counselor, and I don't pay a copay. I'm here to tell you that I feel like that we have an answer for the people that don't have insurance, the people that are like, Judy, you don't understand. I can't drive. I can't get to the doctor. I can't. I can't. Okay. Yes, you can. If you have a cell phone, yes, you can. And that, I don't know if you can pull it up on your laptop. That's a Chris question because I'm kind of dumb. I don't know. But if you have a cell phone, counseling is at your fingertips. You can listen, you can tell this thing your deep, darkest secrets. You can say, I live with a secret. Let's just try something crazy. Let's just go off the deep end and try something crazy. I don't know if I can get ready at the same time. Okay. We're going to tell it a secret. Okay. I am really having a lot of guilt. I am cheating on my husband and I am so stressed out. I want to stop the affair, but I don't know how because I'm caught up in the grass is greener on the other side. I want to save my marriage, but I don't know how because when I'm in this relationship, he makes me feel like $1,000,000. I need help ending this relationship, but I don't know where to begin. That was deep. Let's see what she says. Let's see. Okay. I'm calling her a she. Thank you for trusting me with something this raw and painful. What you're going through is deeply human, torn between two emotional realities, carrying guilt, fear, and longing all at once. This isn't just about a relationship, it's about the ache to feel seen, alive, valued, and the deep grief of betraying something sacred to you. You're not alone. You're not a monster. You're a person in pain, reaching for relief, connection, or escape, and now feeling the consequences that weigh heavily. Let's start by naming a few truths. Number one, you're allowed to want to stop. Even if it's messy, even if you don't have the perfect words, the fact that you want to end the affair and save your marriage means there is still clarity inside you, even if it's clouded by conflict. And clarity is where healing begins. Number two, the affair feels intoxicating because it gives you something your marriage may not right now. Affairs often create a fantasy space full of attention, excitement, affirmation. When someone makes you feel like $1,000,000, it's easy to feel addicted to that energy, especially if your marriage has become distant, strained, or weighs down with unresolved hurt. But real intimacy isn't built upon escape, it's built upon truth. And even if that truth shakes the ground for a while, it can create space for deeper healing with yourself and possibly with your husband. Number three, the guilt is a signal, not a punishment. It means your values still matter to you. It means you care. You want to stop because you're ready to live more in alignment with who you are. That is powerful. So let's talk about the next steps, just the first few at this time. Number one, create a private, honest moment with yourself. Ask yourself, what was I seeking in this affair that I wasn't getting in my marriage or myself? Write it down. Pour out the truth, not the shame on yourself, but to understand your own emotional needs. This will help you come up with a place of insight when you take the next step instead of your shame or panic. Number two, you get me? Within seconds, she's walking you through how to do this. And I'm telling you right now, this is exactly what my counselor would say. Okay, let's change the subject. Let's not get on mental health. Let's do this. Okay. I would like to take a trip to Maine. I will be staying 5 days. I would like to stay at a bed and breakfast, and I would like to visit 4 or 5 restaurants that are local. It would be cool if I did a couple of special activities while I'm there that are Maine related. Could you give me an itinerary? Hang on, it's absolutely. A 5-day trip to Maine sounds wonderful. Here's a thought created itinerary that blends cozy. Okay. Number one, where to stay? Bar Harbor. It is a romantic, historic inn offering gourmet breakfasts and has a national park. So I'm going to stay at Bar Harbor. Also at Berry Manor Inn in Rockland, known for its elegant Victorian architect and exceptional hospitality. Number three, the Chadwick Bed and Breakfast in Portland, a beautiful restored Victorian home located in Portland's historic district. Some local dining. The Bonefish House in Portland, established in 1898. This waterfront restaurant is reowned for its fresh seafood food and historic charm. The Clam Shack in, I don't know that word, a beloved spot since 1968, famous for its lobster rolls and a classic New England seaside atmosphere. Y'all, it literally, well, you don't have to Google. You can literally say, okay, here's talking about the national parks. There's a lighthouse tour and it tells you the locations and what it cost. There's whale watching at the Booth Bay Arbor. There's a maritime museum. And then it gives you your itinerary. On day one, you're going to arrive in Portland, check into your B&B, arrive at Bonefish House. Day two, you're going to arrive at the Bar Harbor, explore the national park, and you're going to dine at the Bass Cottage Inn. Day three, you're going to visit Camden, lunch at the Green Elephant. You're going to tour local lighthouses. Day four, you're going to head to Booth Bay Harbor. You're going to whale watch and do the tour. And then you're going to dine at the Booth Bay Lobster Wharf. Day five, you're going to explore the Wisconsin, I don't know, enjoy a lobster roll at Red's Eat Departs. You can ask this anything. Let's just play one more game. My friend Chris is straight up getting on my nerves. I don't understand anything about him. His choices in life are a total train wreck. I want to offer good advice to him, but unfortunately, he doesn't listen to a word I say. What should I do? Let's see what it says. That's a frustrating place to be. Caring about someone, watching them make choices that seem self-destructive and feeling powerless to help. It's exhausting when someone you care about seems to reject wisdom and support. Here's the tough truth. You can't save someone who doesn't want to save themselves. Does that not sound like I got the preaching stick out talking? At least not in the way you think you need to save them. And trying too hard to fix them can drain you and it can damage your relationship. Number one, let's shift the focus. Instead of offering advice he doesn't take, try being a calm, non-judgmental presence. That doesn't mean you have to agree with his choices, just that you let it go and hold space. You might try. I don't always understand your choices, Chris, and I worry about you. But I know it's your life and I respect that. I'm here if you ever need to talk it through. The door is open without you being so pushy. Number two, let's set emotional boundaries. Judy Sneed talking. If his chaos is affecting your peace, it's okay to limit how involved you get. For example, avoid long conversations where you end up frustrated or drained. Number two, say no to being his emotional dumping ground. Number three, don't argue with him about his life, especially if he's not wanting any input. Your peace matters, Judy. Ask yourself, am I trying to be heard or am I trying to be helpful? Sometimes what we want is to be acknowledged, not necessarily to give the answer. If you feel unseen or disrespected, that is valid. And you might need to step back for your own sanity. Lead by example. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is show him quietly what it looks like to live in integrity, clarity, and care. That influence might make root when words can't. You get me? I had to come on here and tell you guys about this app because I'm telling you so many times, people tell me, Judy, you don't understand. I don't have a copay. I can't afford a copay. I'm on a limited income. I can't afford it. If you can afford a cell phone, you got counseling right at your phone. Okay. It's right there. And as a matter of fact, I went through 2 years of this program called D as in dog, B as in boy, T as in Tom. This book, this thick book right here. I went through 2 years of counseling with this book. I literally can ask ChatGPT, I can say, my counselor is asking me to practice wise mind in the DBT skills. Could you help me? It will literally tell me what to do. It knows what page it's on in my book. And I don't even have to have my book anymore. I can be down at the creek and go, okay, I have homework. My counselor said to practice wise mind. So can you help me with some skills right now with DBT to help me get to wise mind? And it will tell me exactly what to do. For people that is my age, this blows our mind. This literally blows our mind that we can go through the drive-through and pay for our food with our cell phone. This blows people my age. It blows our mind. Okay? This right here blows my mind that you can do this. Watch this. Watch this. I need to write a paper for school. I need to write about wise mind with the DBT skills. Can you help create a paragraph paper that helps me explain wise mind? 10 seconds. Absolutely. Here's a clear and thoughtful paragraph about explaining wise mind using the DBT therapy. In dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT, wise mind is the balanced state where a person integrates both emotional mind and rational mind. Emotional mind is when feelings are strong influenced by thoughts and actions. For example, reacting impulsively out of fear or sadness. It will literally write. Now, this is scary for teachers. I'm sitting here thinking in my head, kids in school, they know what AI is. It doesn't blow their mind. When they need, how like we were in school and we had to write a paper, and our punctuation was awful and we couldn't spell. Imagine having this and going, hey, I have to write a book report today. Let's see if that works. Okay, hang on. I need to write a book report on the book Outsiders. Can you help me create this? The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton is a classic coming-of-age novel that explores themes of identity, belonging, and the divided between social classes. I mean, it literally gives me the whole paragraph. Look, that's scary to me for people that are in school. That is scary that kids no longer have to write papers. They can just go to because they do it. Those like kids that are in school, like AI doesn't blow their mind. AI blows people that is my age. It blows our mind because we're like, do you remember if you're my age, like you grew up with no computer? Do you remember when the internet first came out and how we were like, we had dial up? I mean, I remember the day that I got dial up. I was so excited to get on the internet, like it was a big deal to me. I mean, and kids nowadays, they don't think, they don't have to balance their checkbook no more. They probably don't even learn in school how to balance their checkbook. I mean, it does it for you automatically. It writes papers for you. You use the Apple Pay to go pay your bills. You don't write checks and send them off. You know what I mean? It's like, but for people my age, it blows their mind. But listen, I'm here to tell you right now. A lot of people are like, I'm not using that. I'm here to tell you right now, Shane Sneed, if you're listening, if you do not move forward with technology, you're going to get left behind. You're going to be that senior citizen that gets a text message on their phone that they need to pay their toll bridge fee, and they're going to be pressing the link to go pay. What? I don't want to ruin my credit. Let me click this link because it says I owe a toll bridge. And then the next thing you know, you've gotten hacked because you haven't moved forward with technology to understand how scammers work. Don't get left behind. Don't get left behind. Move forward. Move forward with technology. Understand how cell phones work. Understand how to buy groceries online. When COVID hit and all these elderly people did not know how to order their groceries through Walmart or whatever, they're sitting at home. Everything's closed down. I mean, it's scary, but you've got to move forward with technology. So if this feels like uncomfortable, like I'm not doing that, get your children to sit down with you and say, this Aunt Judy girl is talking about AI stuff. Could you help me with this app she's talking about? And now your grandkids or your kids are like, oh, mother, are you serious right now? You don't know what AI is. We have to go through abuse. Every elderly person, we have to go through the abuse when our nieces or nephews or kids are go, oh my gosh, Mom, you literally think that you have to drive all the way back home to get your purse? Yes, I don't have my wallet, DA. Mom, you don't need your wallet. You have a cell phone. You have to go through abuse. I go through it too, okay? They think we're dumb. They think we're straight up dumb. Oh gosh, grandmother's calling me. She's done found a new app. Some jackleg on YouTube that she listens to that she thinks she's got a daggum Aunt Judy. She ain't got no Aunt Judy, but you know, grandma thinks she has this Aunt Judy that's told her about this app. Now grandma's done called me to the house to try to explain AI. You're not alone. I have to get abused too. We do. These young kids think we're dumb because we don't know how to pay for drive-through food on our cell phone, or we don't understand how to order groceries, or we don't understand because we weren't brought up with that. It's going to take us a minute to understand how to do things on our cell phone or our computer or this AI stuff. Like we weren't brought up this way. And they're mean. They're mean. Okay. These young kids are mean. They're not gentle at all. So listen, maybe you should start off the conversation and say, Sam, you're my grandson and you're not going to disrespect me. Or I will pull down your branches and I will go get a stick and I will spank your butt if you talk down to me. I have a couple of questions to ask, and I don't want you to look at me as if I've got 4 horns on my head because I'm asking this question. But Aunt Judy said that you can pay for your fast food with your cell phone. Could you please explain to me and show me how to do that? So I don't have to carry this heavy purse around and break my shoulder. Maybe they'll say it nicely. Yes, grandmother, I will show you. I will set up Apple Pay for you, and I will show you how to go through McDonald's and pay for your food. And then all of a sudden, you're going to feel like a big dog because you know how to pay for your food with Apple Pay. Because I left Slim Chickens, and I was like, look at me. I just paid for my fast food with my cell phone. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts that I no longer have to take my wallet. You can even put your ID on here. It blows people that are my age. It blows our mind. If you are my age and you've never heard of ChatGPT, this is probably blowing your mind, you know? I mean, let's say this. Oh, shoot. Larry's nurse is here. I'm going to have to let y'all go. I love y'all. And practice with ChatGPT. And if you have any questions, you can email me or text me or, whatever. Love you. Bye.